If you can share with someone. Mhm. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for being here. Um, if you're here, it's for a special reason. And it's my honor to introduce you guys to Lisandra and to the methods that she has to share with us. It's her first time coming to America. And I think she has something very transformative to share with us. And for most of you here, what matters is the cause, is why we care so much for our planet, why we care so much for our environment, and why we care so much for being together, being humans, and collaborating to make this place a better place. So, with no further ado, Lisandra, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Uh,
Hola.
hola.
Hi. Hi,
First of all, I'm
hi.
super happy. I feel this sense of collaborative and the sense of collaboration and also our dream, the project we are proposing to the United States is starting. I think today we demonstrate something is starting and I'm so happy. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Dani, for make it happen, to invite me. And let me introduce you a little bit about me, why I'm here talking about collaboration and how it come for my life. I think it's important. Um, I'm just asking people to be mute. We know that it's this online environment. Um, I my background is I'm a occupational therapist, and I come from the therapeutic environment context. Work with this all my life with human beings. Self knowledge make us to find our higher potential. And one moment in my life, I a sense of wake up and start to be interested to go beyond the therapeutic setting and start study social technologies to work with communities, with social projects, and also in therapeutic groups. It was about 2008, and it really moved me and touched me a lot because I understood the collaboration also it's a huge possibility for we growth ourselves because when I'm dealing with others it touch me and it make me struggle with myself and also it's a huge potential to learn new skills and go beyond what I think I know. I think it's the amazing perspective, amazing to be in collaboration is I discover what I don't know, what I don't know. And it's amazing. Mm. And in 2011, I discovered Dragon Dreaming before I found the other methods, other possibilities to help us how to build a real collaborative project. And in 2011, I found Dragon Dreaming and met John Croft. We connected each other and we started to work together. And I worked with him for 12 years, a little bit more around that, and did the research about Dragon Dreaming and understood deeply Dragon Dreaming. I think some of you have the ebook I wrote based in my research. No, it was a way to really take the essence of Dragon Dreaming for who wants just to learn that and can apply your projects and make your project success. And I also discovered many weakness in Dragon Dreaming. It's our methods have some weakness. And I I think from this deep discovery of these methods, I could understand the collaboration is more than method. We need to learn how to collaborate because we don't know as human beings. We don't know from the system, know from our story as human beings. Know this. So also that is the Steve Taylor have a very interesting book about that. I have this in Spanish. Is The Fall. Maybe you have read about. Um, it's a very interesting book to understand why it's so hard for us as human beings to collaborate. Well, it's me. I am Brazilian, and I'm sorry about my English. It's not my first language, and I know I have a strong Brazilian accent, and I'll try make myself understandable. But from now, I ask you forgiveness for that. My idea for today is I share with you a little bit about my perspective of collaboration and why we are proposing this workshop in Florida, what is our intention for that. And then we can open for questions, comments, and so let's see what we together in collaboration will make this meeting wonderful. But before I start to talk, I would like to hear some of you, maybe your name and what you would like from this meeting. Who could share with me what will make you so happy to be here the next hour?
I can go.
Please.
So I'm Nancy Dwyer, and I live here in Lake Panasoffkee with my husband Wendell and my sister-in-law Sharon. And we live on a 23-acre farm that is going to host one. It is only one of your workshops, right, Lizandra?
Yeah.
September, remind me the dates.
13 to 15?
13 to 15, very middle of the month, next month.
Yeah.
And this is called Wander Farm. It's Wendell and Nancy's Dream Eden Ranch. And we have water buffalo and a lot of plants and some chickens. And we follow a lot of permaculture practices. One practice that we use is compost toilets. We don't think that flushing is good. We like the older method of, that belongs in the soil, rebuilding the soil. So we're about that, and we're about hosting people here to learn. Of course, we want to collaborate. So I want to learn what is Dragon Dreaming about. We live down the street from Gilma, who's another Brazilian with a farm. And what else? Anything else?
Yes,
That's
for
it.
today. What you'd like for today?
Well, just to learn what is Dragon Dreaming, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Kelly is here, just a few people that I notice. We have Kenzie too. She's one of the managers at my store, very involved. We have Dr. Vieta here. It's involved in many regenerative projects as well. If I haven't mentioned you guys yet, it's maybe because I don't know you well, or I haven't really seen your faces somewhere. But Kelly, go ahead, introduce yourself.
Awesome, aloha, thank you. I just joined. Thank you so much for inviting me. And my name is Kelly Diana, and I am in the real estate business. I've been investing in real estate and turning spaces with love into something more harmonious that fits a higher purpose. And now I am on a journey of creating a platform for business owners and entrepreneurs to get together as collaborations for them to learn and learn from the obstacles and the challenges that other entrepreneurs have gone through in their path to building their business, developing their purpose, working from their soul. And this project is called the Woman Empowerment Show. That's what I am focusing on right now. And basically, it's a holistic place for spiritual, personal, and professional growth. And I'm happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me, and I'm excited to learn more about what you guys have to share and what Dragon Dreaming is. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Aloha.
Sara? Aloha. Sara, Carlos, who wants to go next?
Okay, hi. I wasn't expecting my name so soon. Oh, hi. Okay. Oh my goodness. Hello, everyone. So my name is Sara. Sara Viviana. I am everything and nothing, right? I am a vessel of full service to humanity. I am a medicine woman, facilitating processes for human advancement. And one of the God-given roles is to be a bridge for our communities to come together with the focus of opening up lands so that we can have our sanctuaries set up, especially in the cities. And I'm here to learn, grow, and I'm very excited to be here. So thank you for having us.
Awesome. Anna, where's Anna?
One person more is enough. Who would like
Okay.
to say? I think, yeah. Who would like to share with us what
go
you...
next.
Yeah, please.
Shalom, shalom. My name's Vieta, known as Doc V on Blog Talk title, because I've been on Blog Talk. Okay, my internet is unstable. Can you hear me?
Now, yes.
Now we can.
Okay. I've been on Blog Talk for 11 years now. And I've been doing soul purpose healing and more recently, health and well-being with Viata on Fridays. So I'm here because, first of all, Carla, my new sister, invited me. And Carla and I met because I was selling a tiny house and she was looking for a tiny house. I hope you can hear me. It looks like I'm keep freezing.
No, yes, we are here.
Am I frozen again? Sorry. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so the universe brought Carla and I together, and we have spent time camping on her land, and she is including me in her family of conscious people. And I'm so grateful for her and all she's doing. And I'm really promoting tiny house living. So I'm really excited to meet real estate people and Zara, who's opening up lands, because the first step in buying or living in a tiny house is to find land. So whatever you're about doing today, and what I want to hear what your plans are to advance our intent to help people live stress-free lives in smaller houses on good land in good environments. And hi, Nancy. I haven't seen Nancy in a while, and Window. So it's good to see Nancy and to hear that you're going to have an event there. Maybe I need to probably be there because I love that place so much. Carla introduced me to Nancy and Wendell. What has it been, a year ago? It's been a while. But I'm just excited to hear what you ladies are going to do to bring about a more peaceful, intentional, stress-free living for all of us, wherever we are. And my platform is global. So I'm always open to hear from people all over the world, and especially to find guests for my show who can share what they're doing so that the world can benefit and we can end all these wars and educate people in this today in this very crazy environment. So thank you for inviting me, Carla, and I'm excited to hear what this is going to do, what we're going to be doing.
Thank you. Well, I think, thank you everyone have shared. I think we could now go ahead. Or if someone really wants to say something, of course you could. Yeah. Okay. So let's go. I will share with you some perspectives which I have learned these last 15 years investigating collaboration and how we can to be better together. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm sure I will not say anything you don't know, because I think we all know what's the best way to collaborate, but the challenge is how we put it in practice. And I think it's my investigation, how we really can put in practice what we know in our minds. Some part of us really want to build something, have a dream, but when you go to life, in concrete life, many things happen and we be blocked. The project block, you know, it's the point. What is my discovery, or maybe what I'm struggling these last 15 years, not just in my own projects, which I have found many challenges, but also from people I accompany, from projects I have supporting, and also in workshops when I teach Dragon Dreaming or collaboration or other methods to help us to put our dreams in life, through life. First of all, is what's the collaboration? Collaboration is beyond teamwork, people together. It's a process of co-construction, co-creation, and where each individual come for this group with everything each one have. Your story, your traumas, your dreams, everything. What you learned in life, your culture, and it creates such a diverse environment. Maybe it is the moment which we found the challenge, because although we'll find the diversity, will be this diverse environment. When you deal with that, we don't know how to overcome. It's what I have found more challenge in collaboration. Because that one of the pillars for we work together is the trust, commitment, sharing values. And the trust, for when you say just trust, it's easy, but we know it's not. First, to really build trust between people, need time together, need struggling together, overcoming together with commitment and responsibility. And we need to have availability to grow, to develop together, to develop new skills, for promoting mutual learning, exchange experience, and it is the way we can build trust. Of course, I can trust in someone as many people trust Carla, and maybe met Carla in the first Vieta just say, met her in the first time and feel something with her and become a friend. Of course it happened. I found someone and trust in that person. But to really continue this friendship, to continue this relationship, this trust become deeper and deeper and deeper, and we need time. I feel some people struggling collaborate because they want everything fast. Have idea, and next day we start to work and start to plan and start to do. For sure, when we is doing, really doing, it will emerge some blockades. Then the conflicts can emerge, and it is a huge opportunity for we grow up and arise the trust each other, not just each other, but also trust in the process and trust in the dream we want active. Maybe it's the big challenge for collaboration process is give time for things happen. And it's a paradoxal because we are in the world which everything's for tomorrow. We need everything really fast. Yes, I like this word, surrender. You can talk with us more about that, what you think about that. So from this concept of knowledge and looking the challenge and the opportunities for that, we can see it is a huge opportunity to learn and to build something with purpose. But for that, we need pass first for ourselves. I struggle with myself, and then I can go, let's say, committed with the process with others. And when you say about collaboration, seems like everything goes really well and we love each other for we building a wonderful project, and it's also a vision of Aboriginal people, which is the one of the philosophies in Dragon Dreaming, is the Aboriginal perspective, spiritual Aboriginal perspective. And they say, when you dream something to the world, is the earth dreaming through me. And when we are connected with this dream, we met other person which has also a wonderful dream, and our dream is together. We've met each other and connected with that. We think everything will go really well, will be a paradise, we will achieve our goals. But collaboration is not that. I use it to say that collaboration is harder to work. Much more than just to have a boss and say to me what I need to do. Because collaboration, it's about that. It's about be honest, be respectful, respect the other, respect myself, and give space for different perspectives. And it makes the things really hard. And it's not because we want to be collaborated. We'll not have manipulation. You'll not have oppression. Our things can happen. You'll not have control. And it is exactly what we need to learn to make the world different. I think more part of you, it's in this purpose, to put in the world some dream which you see, you believe will be the best for the world. But until we put it in practice, many things happen. Many things from our human aspects. We have it. We have fear. We tend to control, to protect our fear. We have all kinds of that, of these aspects. Sorry. So we need to accept when we are in relation with others to work together with something we really believe, our human aspect will emerge. And it was the meeting I did with my background as a therapist, how we can learn about ourselves while we are in the world doing what we believe. And when I met Dragon Dreams, many of you want to know about Dragon Dreaming. When I met Dragon Dreaming, what really caught my attention was because this model. The model is, I will share with you this. The model is it. So Dragon Dreaming is it. Yeah? What it shows for us is we start with the dream. Although it's a cycle, we can start wherever. It's easy to understand. It's like some kind of task. We say we start the dream. It's when the earth dream through us and we become awareness about what I would like to create. Don't worry. Carla can share the PDF of Dragon Dream ebook. I took this picture from there. And it's in the individual dimension. It really caught my attention for Dragon Dreaming because it gives me this perspective of the individual. I really consider the person perspective. It's really important, the individual in our collaborative process, because from each perspective, we can create something bigger. But the point is how we can be authentic enough, hear our voices, consider our perspective without entering discussions or opinions, which many times is what happens when people is together. And then we go to the planning to put these ideas with. So in the dreaming, this idea, it's huge. How we bring it to we need to pass to planning, and then we do really, and then we celebrate. And it is fantastic because this perspective of celebration is because it's the time we reflect about, we see what we learn, see what goes well, what didn't, and then we can really looking again to the dream to be awareness for new dreams. Dragon Dreaming, unfortunately, there's some weakness, and basically in terms of method in the doing stage and celebration, it's the point which there is not so many techniques for we applying the project, but each quadrant in the dreaming stage and planning stage, you have fantastic tools to apply in the project for do what I say, to collect our perspectives, not just opinions or discussions, what is good, what's not, but really follow a method for in the end, we have the collective dream based in each individual dream, we have the collective dream. From what objectives we need to achieve, what goals. So we have the specifically tool for objective dream, for goal, for tasks, for budget. But we are in Dragon Dream is a weakness for administration and management and monitoring the progress. And we also here to put that isn't a very good tools for celebration. Because this, from these many years of experience, also because Dragon Dream is open knowledge, it's open method too, we can dialogue with the other methods. When we call this workshop as authentic collaboration, is exactly for we include other tools, include the perspective of the individual, for we really use what's the best for the projects you have and integrate with the best method, the best tool to planning and monitoring the project. And also in the celebration, which is really, really important, and it is what it's often forget. So it is Dragon Dreaming to start, but I would like to back what I was talking about collaboration. It's okay how I'm talking. Can you follow me? Yeah, good. Okay, let's go. I would like to share a little other thing here, a little bit more about this perspective of collaboration. I share here 2 things with you. Thank you, Carlos, for the feedback. It is also, it's another perspective, which it's from the Kawartk model. They show us that collaborative projects, collaborative relationship, you could say beyond projects, no, it's relation, how we be in life in collaborative attitude. I like this word, collaborative attitude. It's beyond projects. How I can collaborate with the earth, with the beings, with my neighborhood. No, I feel it is a style of life, which we can also apply in the project using some method. Because life project is this dance all the time. We are in this dance going to the other, something chaotic, and no, and we need to find the balance, but the balance not necessarily is in the middle. It's what we need to learn. How I can dance in the learn that sometimes it's more chaotic moment. In the project, we have a really chaotic moment sometimes, but then it grows and become better and more order now. I don't know to say this word, but more in order, let's say. So, but in the same perspective, if we are in the chaos all the time, just chaotic, chaos, it's the group, yourself, feeling the anxiety, in the fear, and it's not good to creativity. It's not good to build trust. We need to create some kind of order in the process for motivation arise, for we be more creative. And how we put some order using methods. And also some methods, and Dragon Dream, there is a part of some technique we use, it's chaotic. But after this step, we have some order. The same, if we are in the order all the time, we feel controlled, pressed, and it's also not good for creation, but to enter in flow. So life, I think it's a life process, and we can apply for this perspective of collaboration, is how we learn to find our balance in the order, in the chaos. How we find that? Each person has a sense of chaos different, sense of order. Some people need more order, others need work really well in the chaos, and how we integrate these people when we are working together. We need to consider it when we are working the collaboration. And to, let's see, it is other perspective here from Dragon Dreaming when we say about the environment and individual, and about it, how we encounter with other, encounter system. And it in some level, it's the cause to order. So we, all the time as human beings, we are in dialogue with natural system, we could say with the earth. When I see globally how my project, how my intentions in the world can be part of this world, is when I think globally, when I consider the earth, consider this collaboration with the earth, the natural system, I am thinking globally. But my projects will be locally. Of course, there is some projects globally, global projects, but it starts in some level in the context, cultural, because we as a human being are involved with the natural system, but also with the social system. And it is the philosophy of dragon dreaming, I could say. The philosophy of dragon dreaming is considering this dialogue from myself, from the community, which is in the local context. When we say acting locally, it's involved how my project consider the context. Maybe is not, we cannot active all the word, but for that specifically community, we make such difference for them. I need to consider where locally my project will be part. And also it will be a huge effect globally, because the big project is the result of a small project. Many small projects will result in a huge project. It's also the other way to achieve success in our projects. When I go step by step, it's the part of why it's so important to test. Because when I test, I see the vulnerability of myself, vulnerability of the group and the project. Then I can review, reflect about, make the adjustment, and then improve it. It's the constant process. Is when I reflect, put in practice, improve. In this sequence, I say to you, it's in myself, in my group, in my community, it's the building community, and to the earth, all the time. When you are talking about collaborative projects, collaborative attitude, cannot think just from my perspective. I need to amplify for these systems, natural system, cultural system, and my personal system, which is also my body. I also like to consider as an open system. What is an open system? We, as a human being, what it means is I receive, enter some stimulus. These stimulus are processed, and I give some response, feedback. But some process happened inside the system. The project is the same. The project is open system. All the time is receiving feedback, enter some information, can be a good feedbacks or bad feedbacks. If you are selling something, you have a huge sale, you are, everyone wants your product or not. All of this is input for the project. And inside the project, you will process the information, you process the conflict, whatever, and you offer some response. And this response will feed back the input again. So, us is open system and also the project. And it's an illusion we think when I achieve some goal and the project, no, start again. Or for the other project, or this project will improve and become bigger or will change from our learnings and new motivation. So it is other pillar for the regenerative project. What we are talking is to be in collaboration with the earth, in service with the earth, which is considered the natural system, building community, and personal growth. If we look at these pillars for regenerative projects, the chance for the project be a success is huge if you consider these pillars. When you are think about your project, when you are planning what tasks you do, consider that. What you are doing to building, to building community and to strengthen community. What I am learning, what each person is learning in the project. We already take care of the natural system around us. How we are dealing with the rubbish, the material. So all of that. So what I start to go to the end. I spoke a little bit about dragon dreaming, because dragon dreaming, it's one good method to create a project. And dragon dreaming, there is a philosophy. There is this model I show you. The model is something to organize the complex ideas in simple way. You should see that and you understand. And the method is the step-by-step to build a project. But we need to consider first the values, the attitude, how I'm dealing with these pillars. I said, test the earth, strength community, personal growth. Then we apply the method. Because if we apply the method, and I have seen it, people using Dragon Dreaming say it's a wonderful project, it's a wonderful method, we can apply it to build a wonderful project. But the values of that group wasn't collaborative. There is a control, untrust, there isn't respect. I know because I saw some of these projects when they had a conflict. I went there, and what I saw, competition. There is no attitude, inner availability to be a collaborative process. So the method need comes after we really to have this value inside in our heart, the commitment with the values. Then whatever method you apply will be nice, will be collaborative. Because this I'm talking all of that before we talk about the method. So then Dragon Dreaming is, for me, it's a knowledge, which there is a philosophy, and it's not one philosophy John Croft created. He brought some knowledge, for example, from Aboriginal spirituality, from deep ecology, from Joanna Macy. Paulo Freire is a really deep reference for the philosophy of Dragon Dreaming. Why? Because Paulo Freire, also not just the philosophy, but also Paulo Freire brings so much from the model, because it's the important concept for Paulo Freire is the praxis. Praxis is when is the integration of theory and practice. The practice that is only value when we integrate with the theory. The theory make the same way it's useful when we apply in practice. It's something like I can say I am conscious about the earth, but I don't do anything to take care. I don't take care of my rubbish. I don't take care of the water. But maybe I think I'm conscious about the climate change, but I don't apply this conscious in my practice. Then from Paulo Freire perspective, and in some level in Dragon Dreaming we see it too, doesn't matter my conscious if I don't put in practice. So the proposal of this workshop is we pass, of course, use Dragon Dreaming because there is wonderful wonderful methods, wonderful techniques to planning projects, but also we amplify beyond in the way that is how we can see our own blockades. It's a study I have done for years, how I can deal with my blockades, the blockades in the project, and what kind tools we can use to overcome it, because part of the collaborative process is overcoming the challenge for really use the method in the best way to achieve our dreams, to make our dreams become true. Today we did a little bit of the dream circle, for example. It's an important technique in Dragon Dreaming. When we start to create this collective dream, we make this question: what you need for it is the best project you work in your life, for you really be committed. What's your dream? What needs to happen for that? In some level, I ask you what will make you so happy in this hour we spend together. And some of you say to me, learn about Dragon Dreaming. I give for you a little bit about this information because it's something bigger than that. It's what we do in the workshop. We use the Nancy Farm. We'll be there. Thank you, Nancy. To, in community, create a project together in these 3 days, for we really feel in practice how to work with some techniques to planning projects, to create this sense of community, this identity of the group in practice. But I show you a little bit the basis of Dragon Dreaming, let's say, what it's possible to say in 40 minutes. But in the Carla sent the PDF, there you have a little bit about the story and the techniques. But in the workshop, you work in practice. Will be that. It's the intention. So now I think maybe you can take a breath. I talk a lot. It's also some important technique we can use. Take a conscious breath and see how it touched you and what kind of doubt, if you have some doubt, some comments, and we can now share a little bit. I think Nancy already talked about her farm, where will be the workshop, but if you want to say something more, let's open now for exchange.
So I was going to ask, you're doing another workshop in Orlando?
Yeah, that you not be, well, will be about collaboration, because we need to know about ourselves to be available for this attitude in the world, know ourselves. The other workshop will be a therapeutic group for work about our hidden faces, how we learn about different aspects I don't know about myself, or maybe I know but don't know how to deal with that. We also can send here the folder. Will be more personal process, the other workshop. If you are interested, someone interested, you can talk with Carla. And we plan first this therapeutic work, then you say, why not to do some collaborative too? If I will be there, maybe we can invite some people want to know, to learn more, then we integrate these two works. And I'm so glad about that, because I think both it's connected, and I love to offer these two works. I love it. I'm so excited about. If you are interested to know about, ask Carla. She can send to you the material, the information, how will be that. That will be a deep therapy, Gestalt therapy. which my background is Gestalt therapist and the systemic therapist. Another comment or question? Ah, there is some people wrote here. Let's see.
Vivian, I want to thank everyone in there so far. Just introducing Lisandra to some of you guys as we go. Vivian is also, you know, a biologist. She's involved with a lot of regenerative culture. I did to see Daniel in there as well. We have Arlene, we have Tiago, many people that directly or indirectly, Katie Starr, very involved with, you know, regeneration projects as well. Rick, did I see Rick still there? Rishua, want to say something, brother? I'm glad you're here. Carlos, Leo.
Margie asked about the diagrams. Yes, part of that is in the ebook. Just the chaotic model is not. But yeah, I can print it and send if you want. That cows and the other is not in the ebook. The other is
Okay, I send it to everyone when we have it. Does anyone have any questions?
I can send it here. It's also easy to find the internet. This
Awesome.
chaotic model.
Carlos, come on, Carlito.
¿Me escucha bien? Listen good?
Sí, escuchándote. Mándale, dale.
Good. I'm grateful for being here. I love everything I'm hearing, and it's like missing piece of the puzzle for a lot of things that I've been trying to figure out in my mind. And this sounds like great. I love systems. Systems always can trust systems. They work. Just follow the system and it works. I love it. And yes, I know it's not for no reason that we are all connected with each other talking about this. But sounds a lot. Everything I heard, I like. Thank you.
Maybe you haven't a question. You could share with me what's your feeling about that, about collaboration, about maybe your experience, if you have some challenge to deal with in your real project. You also could share it with us. We can reflect about, not specifically about
Yes,
what I
I
said,
think
but from your experience. I would love to
yeah.
hear.
One thing that I remember happens often is communication. Like I think I need to develop better my communication skills because many times I want to say things that I just don't say them, and then like the relationship with the work that were happening kind of dissolve, and it's I don't know. It's like I think it's a lot of communication that need to be like learn how to do it because
Thank you to talk about that. I forgot. Maybe it is the more challenge, the big challenge in collaboration process or in life. It's communication, and the communication it's part individual struggling, as you say. I would like to say, don't say. Why don't say? Maybe can be part of yourself, some inner blockage, or can be also from the group. That is not safe space, not a collaborative culture where we can really express ourselves, and it creates, maybe it is the source of many blockades is the communication, and it's some human being needs. We are in life communicating all the time. And it's part to deal with about this time. It's in a process, personal learning, personal skills, but also group skills. And it's a very good example about that, this dialogue between me and environment. Communicate, create this connection. And it's good. Thank you to bring it. It's really, really good.
Thank you.
Can I say something about that?
Yes, please.
And I love that you brought that up, Carlitos.
Mm.
So for me personally, what I have learned about communicating
We are
my
losing you.
authentic self is that,
Can you repeat? We lose you. Could you repeat?
can you hear me?
Start again. Yes, in the beginning I couldn't. Start again.
Oh, okay. So in my personal processes, what I have learned about communication is that bringing your authentic self, no matter what, doesn't, and then also attached to that would be working on your emotional independence, your ways to bring yourself back when you start feeling, you know, I don't want to call it negative emotions, but when you start feeling tough emotions, right? So for example, fear of being rejected, et cetera, et cetera. So once you learn how to um, not soothe, but bring yourself back to homeostasis, to a place of rest with your emotional system, then you start communicating whatever it is, because as leaders, as healers, as guides, we do plant seeds. So taking an opportunity to just go ahead and bring it out, communicate whatever it is that you need to say. And if it's taken wrong, or if it's dismissed, or if people make fun of you, whatever the case is, understand that it's not you, it's them. They're not ready for it, but you've planted the seed anyway. So having the courage to go ahead and communicate whatever it is that you need to communicate as a leader is our role, right? As a guide, as people who have done a lot of work on ourselves, right? That can shed light and guide others towards where we want to go, which my opinion is the new earth.
Thank you. Yes, that's it. And for that need some level of self-knowledge. Otherwise, we stay so convicted and obstinated in my own opinion. Yeah. Thank you to share. I remember one communication is a huge, huge thing. We can take from methods, we can take from the philosophy, self-knowledge, so. But I found really interesting what Jack Grant he is the founder, one of the co-founders of Transition House. And he said something very interesting about communication. He said, when you talk something, I need to consider it's kind, it's honest, it's the best moment to say it, and what I will say is better than the silence. These 4 questions, it also bring myself from my own reflection about what I say and for who I say. Of course, here I may consider just what I will say, no? But I remember these 4 questions, which I felt really useful in some moments for myself to reflect. Sometimes it's really important to say something, but it's not the best moment. And then it's about you haven't your name, it's the Emerald Dragoness. Uh,
What, I'm sorry, what happened?
your name,
Erica.
Erica. Thank you, Erica.
Yes.
When you say it about the emotions, sometimes it's better I wait a little bit, I wait emotions down, then I talk on the moment. No, it's deep, deep, deep self-knowledge.
Yes, yes. So I was just telling Nancy, because she's saying our emotions overtake us. And what has worked for me, like I said, is understanding that whatever experience the other person or the other group of people is having is not really my responsibility. Because if I'm coming from love, if I'm coming from a place of I want the best for everybody, you know, whatever I communicate is my truth, and their reaction is theirs.
Mhm.
Right? So if we're feeling rejected because whatever we say hasn't been taken in a good way or whatever, remember that it's the egos, and I obviously don't have a PhD or anything about this, but this is my own experience. But whatever I'm experiencing, whatever emotion I'm experiencing, just remember that it's the ego's way of, protecting you emotionally.
Mhm.
So the ego is telling you, oh my God, they rejected you. Stop talking. Don't say anything else or walk away or whatever. It's just your ego trying to protect you, right? Because that's its role. And once you become aware of that, then you are able to just observe, like, ooh, why am I feeling rejected? Is this triggering something? And once you look deeply, like you said, take time, right? Don't react, respond, but respond in after you've processed what you're feeling. So allow yourself to feel rejected in the case of feeling rejected. And then, all right, I'm feeling rejected right now because maybe when I was 5, my mom rejected me when I said something silly, right? Okay, that's all right. I'm okay now. I am an adult. I know that what I'm saying is my truth, and hopefully it'll plant some seeds somewhere. So basically what I'm trying to say is just don't, no matter what, communicate your truth. Communicate what you're feeling. Communicate, hey, you know what? You did something the other day. I didn't like it. What's going
One,
on with that? Like,
Just a second,
so
because Mary
one,
raised her hand.
hello,
Yes,
¿me oye?
Yeah,
sorry.
before Carlos, and also to know if Erica ended to say something. Did you end?
Yes, I had my hand raised
Yeah.
earlier. Thank you.
Okay.
And I like what my sister was saying about having emotional intelligence, right? Out of all of you, I work with many of you, and I bring the business sense to the environment culture, because we need to really change the way things are happening. But change requires patience and commitment, as you mentioned earlier, dedication, and also have a clear vision, right? So what I've learned so far is having emotional intelligence is very important, and the ability to be able to listen.
Mhm.
And listening is very tricky because many of us, we speak with nonverbal cues. We have tone, we have words, and we also have body language when you have group interaction, right? And many people speak volumes with their body language. And sometimes they're saying one thing, but their body is saying something else. And that's one of the things that when you work in groups, that people tend to miss, where the words are not enough, the tone is not enough. It's what people are not saying that we need to pay attention to when we are collaborating. So I wanted to share this. I love the fact that we are so many, that we're different, many cultural. That means we bring different cultures, different perspective, different upbringings, different realities. As much as we all think that, we have the same goal, the same values, but we have influencers in our lives that make us who we are. even the way we're processing nature and on globalization and how we operate at the local and also at the group level and how it impacts the global aspect, right? We all have our different visions. In collaboration, it becomes one vision, one dream, one focus in order for us to become successful. And that's what I like about what you presented earlier, is having that die-hard commitment no matter what, we move forward. And being able to take a step back and also acknowledge what's not working for the group, what's not working for an individual, and for us to be sensitive to that. Hopefully I'm not rambling, but I'm listening to all the inputs that people have shared. So I wanted to bring that element into the discussion.
Wonderful, of course. Yeah, it's also part of the communication and be here. Thank you. Yes, I'm glad. I took a small part of all of that, and you are bringing your experience. It is collective wisdom. How from something we emerge from the experience of each one and the your perspective, your challenge, your learnings. It is collaboration. Thank you, Mary. Carlos, would you say something?
Yes, what I was wanting to share was the, for example, when talking or not talking, it's like the silence for me is like incredibly sacred. So many times I just keep silent and just witness and stay as a witness. Like don't say the thing that I thought might be necessary to be said. Instead, just stay quiet and witness what happened. And it's like, is there sort of like guide or something that I can follow to know like, okay, this is a good time to talk or not? Because it like the what you said, is it kind? Is it truth? Is it necessary? All that I try to follow, and many times I'm like, oh yeah, I'm better off like with my mouth shut, and that's it. It's good. I just stay quiet and just witness, and everything just solves by itself. Many times don't have to even open the mouth. But I feel sometimes I want to say things, and I think that there's things that have been left unsaid.
Mhm. I perfectly understand you, and I think it is not a recipe can say you follow it all the time. I think each context, each moment will be some challenge yourself, or you can use some resource for that. I think in this about communication, about personal growth, about collaboration, we have some resource we can use, but we need to know, to learn how to move and adapt and be flexible for each moment to respond what the environment call on me. It's what I say about the open system, which how Erica, Mary said, what you say is it. The point is when is it? When it's time for I speak strongly, speak calm. Sometimes we need to be a little bit. Sometimes I can be calm. Sometimes need some energy. Sometimes I need to listen. But sometimes I need to put some limits. It's my boundary, you know? And because this I insist about self-knowledge, deal with my what's happening myself in each moment, not forever, but in each moment. Now, what Erica said about what I'm feeling now, it's my truth, but maybe next month in different context will be different perspective because I receive different input and I will process it in some way with and the response will be different. So the point is how we can learn numbers of research, techniques, theories, learn it and put in practice to know, to move, to adapt, to be flexible. Huh? And sometimes you need to talk because you need put some limit. Sometimes you can wait. It's my invitation for this workshop. For we beyond the learning method, but also looking ourselves to how I am adapting, how is my capacity to be flexible, you know? And also to learn what moment it's good, some tools of Dragon Dreaming, what part of the project we use what, or also take another technique, another approach to apply your project. I think it is one of the not one of the best skills is how we adapt and how we can be flexible. You know, like bamboo. I like the image of bamboo. Huh? Is it? Is bamboo? Huh? We move. The wind come, and I go there, but I don't go. I think I go. I like this image. Zara.
It was all very, very beautiful. So I have a few questions, Lisandra. To kind of get out a little bit from what we were just covering, but if it's okay for me to ask them, yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Exactly.
So during our Dragon Dreaming, do we cover things such as like the organization of creating functional groups within our organization, as far as like when we have like our lands, right? And then the other question is, I really need guidance as far as like the nonprofit, like the process, so that we can not just give birth to the eco village, but also keep it running in a sustainable manner. So I'm wondering if maybe not during, yeah, if Dragon Dreaming does cover this, or if not, if any of you guys are in this movement that have knowledge in regards can share this. Maybe not in this call, but maybe in a future call, or maybe in this call would be good too. And also, because I know a lot of us have the same vision, but how to come together and know, okay, like there is this one piece of land that is being gifted or that's available, and it needs the attention so that we can anchor ourselves in the land and then begin our process of running a sustainable ecosystem, eco village. So those are my questions. Thank you,
The
guys.
first one, could you repeat the first one to see I understood well? Is you say about responsibilities,
Yeah.
rules of people in the project.
Yes.
Is it?
In the group,
Yeah,
right,
it's
Sarah?
yes, like do we cover how to organize hi guys, how to organize our groups within our organization so that is they're functional. Do we cover that during our training?
Yes. We have one in Dragon Dream specifically. There is a tool for that when we divided the task, but in Dragon Dream is everything, it's dynamic. It's not like we decide who will do that moment and you happened out during all the project. For Dragon Dream, there is a specifically tools to build that. But I feel what you were saying is how be a sustainable project. It will not be just a one-time plan. I think maybe it we need to learn for a big project, long-term project like Eco Village organization, non-profit organization, or every organization, profit organization, doesn't matter, a long-term project. I see it's really interesting to plan step by step. Of course, you have a huge dream for the next 20 years. What the group wants for 20 years, in 20 years. No, I think in 20 years. Okay, what do you have in 2000, into 2050? What do you want there? Great, it's a huge, huge dream. And then you start planning the first step of that, the beginning. And we visualize the goal for that, the dream for the next 1 year, 2 years. Then in 2 years, we revise, see what we achieve, what not. Then we plan again for the next 2 years. Then each 2 years, you make the plan, you know, because when we see a huge project for the next 20 years, it's life happen. Maybe some people leave, maybe some people enter. It is also part of life. Project is life. And yes, Dragon Dream have some tools for that, really good. But I use it to other tools, some tools, really traditional tools from management, traditional management, because they can be really effective in the doing stage, monitoring progress. Then we can integrate techniques. It's not a problem. But objectively answer your question. Yes, we have in Dragon Dream there is some. It's about the responsibilities. If you see the ebook, is there in responsibilities, and about sustainable projects. How to take a long-term project sustainable, happen, plan. Some projects will be best to revise and replanning in each 1 year. Other projects can be 2 years. Then will be interesting. I know concretely what is your project, for we see specifically a suggestion for that. But you don't think in see and plan more than 2 years, or maximum 3, you know, step by step. As I said, a huge project is result of a small project, and the small projects can be each 2 years. We do a project for that.
Perfect.
And
Thank you.
just in the group, we have people that going into your question in there, Zara, as well. And as far as the projects that happens in the United States, in the group here, we have people that are listening to us that are grant writers that are able to, if you have the land, the title, obviously got to have some, you know, starting point, a plan for it. They're able to help us to find pretty much infinite amount of resources for sustainable projects, as long as we are qualifying inside of what that county or what that institution is willing to help with money. So we can talk more about that. And if you wanted to, you know, learn more, I can call a meeting with some of the people involved here, and we can discuss, you know, and give you some
Yes,
guidance.
that would be
And the
great because
nonprofit as well, you know, for establishing a nonprofit
yeah,
and how we can organize into groups, get the board of 5. That's a lot of stuff that I, you know, information that I had shared with Carlos too. And there's more people in the group that are able to assist us with. Victor is probably very good with some of those things as well. I don't want to be mentioning names, but there's a lot of support here, girl.
Okay, wonderful. I know that Maggie's on this call. Maggie, where are you, sister? I don't know if Maggie, maybe can you share a little? Hey, sis, how are you? And good to have you on this call. Thank you for joining. Sister, so I'm wondering if you could share a little bit about maybe some of the ways that you've learned in regards to the nonprofit, because like I said, like we do have, it's not that we don't have lands available, the lands are coming, the lands are presenting themselves, and now it's like what we need is to get organized. Like Lisandra is saying, we don't have the system yet in place. So the lands have come to me and I'm like, okay, they're here, but I don't have a full system in place. We don't have a full system in place. So definitely. Thank you, Carlita. And if it's okay for Maggie to share just a little bit, if that's okay, Lisandra.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, awesome.
Hey everybody, my name is Maggie Gonzalez. I'm currently in the process of starting a nonprofit for affordable housing here in Central Florida, with an idea of providing wraparound mental health and medical services to those residents. And then I also want to make sure that I'm trying to heal mind, body, and spirit. So incorporating in some other things as well to help them grow. And so I'm kind of on that mission right now, looking for some of the resources that you guys named, such as grant writers, as well as land. I had someone donate me a tiny home. I didn't have anywhere to put it. So right now I've been on this mission for only a few months, but I've come a really long way. So I would be really interested if you guys wanted to hold something with kind of putting everyone together collectively with their strengths, so that way we could maybe grow together and learn what each other are doing, or utilize each other's strengths. And thank you
That's
so much
just
for sharing, and I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you,
awesome.
Maggie.
Awesome. Thank you, Zara. Thank you, Maggie. And that's exactly the purpose of this meeting, right? I know a few of you personally, and I know Lisandra, and you know, in a distance, I can't wait to take the training with her. But my understanding is that she is able to get all of us, because we all hold different pieces of the puzzle. We all have a different part of it, but we don't know how to communicate. It's one of the problems that we came up to it. It's not even sometimes communicate, but it's communicate in the right moment, express ourselves. We don't know how to integrate our plannings. Everybody wants to build an eco village. Somebody has a land that is in there rotten. Somebody has a tiny house. Somebody has a project. Somebody has different things, and we don't know how to get together and organize our, you know, strengths and our weaknesses. So this is what the workshop is. This is why this meeting is for. We are here proposing for you to come and learn where is your weaknesses, where is your strengths, and how can you collaborate to make Central Florida a stronger and a more valuable place for you to collaborate. So we can guide others to collaborate with all of our projects as a collective, with one project as a collective, or support each other in their unique projects. So when you take this workshop together, you're going to be able to assist the people that are in the workshop. We're going to be able to ask each other for help, or say, hey, this is what my weakness is, you have that strength, and then bring it and integrate all of our dreams into one collective dream and make it happen one at a time until we fill up the puzzle.
Okay, awesome.
September 13 to the 15th. That's why you're here.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, because we have domes donated, there's tiny houses, now there's lands that are showing up, and it's like, if we could just present ourselves and say, hey, not a problem,
is
we
what we
have a
got.
plan. Then, you know, the beings that are like having all this, there's just lands available already, and we could just present and say, hey, this is the plan. This is how it's going to work, and we can give them that sense of security. Then it's going to be easier for these investors, there's beings that are already like, they just have the land sitting there to like be more like, okay, they know what they're doing. Okay, let's flow. Let's get it going. So yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm excited.
I mean, we
It was
have
time.
someone in the group. We have someone in the group that is already regenerating. He haven't manifested himself, but he has a business where he goes in your backyard, in your farm, or whatever it is. He brings native plants and edibles, and he maintains that, guys. We are here in the right place in the right time. Lisandra is just putting the pieces together. September 13th to the 15th. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I know Erica want to say something. I would like just add what Carla is saying. Carla has a strong skill to touch our hearts. Yeah, Carla is this person. I would like to say that we have many possibilities for a workshop like that. What I'm feeling here is we can work with your project, what you want to do with your group, and plan that and work about that. If you haven't project, we can also work if some project will emerge with the groups there. What I'm saying is we can, during these 3 days, what's possible, of course, to do in 3 days, because we have the limit of time. We need to consider that, but really look to learn and in the same time work about your project. Or if you don't have project yet, we can work with the group to learn for you, go for your life and use the learnings in your life. It's part of some chaotic system, which during these 3 days we'll put some order on that in your what you want, what the earth is talking through you. It's what I have done for the last 12 years in different cultures, and to see what I learned in that, in working with different people from all part of the world, is all of us want to do things with purpose, to be recognized, to be respected, and to make difference in life. Doesn't matter if it's this difference will be huge for million people, or maybe it's just for a few people, and we can also be recognized by ourselves from what you are doing. I think it is the sense of be moved in flow of life. Is it? We can do a very good work in this workshop. From what I'm feeling here, from what kind of project you are bringing, from what I see in your eyes and the passion I'm feeling here, I think, yes, we can really do a good work.
Nice.
Yeah.
One thing that I want to mention, obviously this meeting is about Dragon Dreaming. It's about collaboration. It's about methods of bringing us together. But the weekend prior to Lisandra is going to be here, we're going to do a different workshop that is more like personal internal work, where she mentioned it a little bit. We are focused this workshop more into the Brazilian community. It's going to happen in Windermere, and it's a very deep work. It's in a different way, because for collaborations, we actually going to cook together, we're going to camp together, we're going to be in a different environment. This is more of like doing work on yourself and trying to identify your masks, right? So if you guys want to participate on that, we will be able to translate it for you. And in between, there are a few people here that I would like to personally introduce Lisandra to it outside of the workshops. She's going to be here for, almost 2 weeks, and it would be incredible to take her to some of the gardens that is being installed in the town, so she can see what is the regeneration that is working with professionals, that it can guide us how to regenerate, people that knows the plants like Nancy and Wendell, like we can do that as well. So anyways, here stays my invitations for you guys to, like to be open and to perhaps host us. Callie is always doing different movements. I would love to have, Lisandra to speak in your group and to empower some of the work that you're doing. It's incredible. Dunny, she's also in the meeting. Dunny is doing what Kelly is trying to do for many, many years. It's amazing to be able to integrate all of those pieces together. And if you guys want to take the Faces Ocultas, like Facing Your Shadows, the weekend before, we translated for you. I'll be there, so we'll figure it out.
Zara raised the hand, but also Erica raised the hand, yeah?
Yeah, that ties into what I wanted to say is I feel the need to, bring a lot of awareness to what I have every single time that I've touched the subject on dragon dreaming. My mind always goes back to the basics. I don't think that this is possible if you are not actively working on your shadows. This is so important because if we are in a space of leadership, a space of holding space for others, right? We can't do it. We can't actively commune with each other if we're not aware of our shadows, we're not aware of our traumas and the way that they're how do you say, the way that they are affecting our responses, the way that we talk, the way that we say things, the way even the things that we say, right? Or like our feelings, even our emotions. So I always remind everybody, like, first it starts, like the first step, it starts with you. If you are not able to, get a hold of your own internal realm, then how can you collude with other human beings and expect it to work? So I'm really happy, Carla, that this is happening. Sign me up. I'll be there, full support. Yeah. And I love you guys,
Yep.
as always.
I'll send you guys the info. We have
Mwah.
Rick, Sarah, too, some leaders coming up. Let's do it.
Zara want to say, and after it's Ridwa. Ridwa, I say.
Rishwa. Rick.
I
Yep.
just wanted to know the days for the upcoming Sister says September 13th through the 15th, but is that the camping that we're gonna be doing, or is that
In
Yes,
collaborative,
that's
Okay.
collaborations. The prior weekend, it's going to be the 6th to the 8th. That is in Windermere, and that is Faces Ocultas. And I will share the info with whoever is wanted to participate.
September 6th through the 8th?
Yes,
That's another.
that's the weekend prior to the immersion at Nancy's at collaborations.
Okay, so this is Nancy's, the 13th to the 15th in the land. And then
Yeah.
on the 16th, the September 6th through the 8th, we will be in Windermere.
Yes.
And that is covering Windermere. Okay, because I have a ceremony to serve exactly that same weekend, so I will make arrangements to move it.
All right. And then
Thank you.
Rick, you're welcome. Rishua, come on, brother.
Hello, Carlita, Lisandra, beautiful beings here. I was sitting, that's why I didn't speak before. But first of all, thank you for the space. Thank you for the space. I see you, what you're doing. My question will be about, okay, if in Dragon Dreaming we touch this, that I feel that is a fundamental in this matter of communities and all the projects that we are seeking for, is what is going to be the glue if we touch the base of what is the glue and I don't know if you mentioned before, that is the values and the attitudes. What is the glue that is gonna bring people together to move forward the same goal? Because we all have this vision, right? But everyone is projecting in their own way. So how we can create the system to really start working on it, but I feel that comes from a same intention, right? So I don't know. My question would be like that. Like I feel that I don't know, in Dragon Dreaming we touched that, or
Yeah. Let's see. Dragon Dream say that, but also, I think first of all, and the in Dragon Dream model shows that it's about awareness. And the awareness can come from one person, and this person bring this awareness to the environment, this motivation. And it's also part when I start to talk about, to share my dream, it creates motivation in others too. And it is when I share my dream, I send this dream to the earth, to the world, and I will have a response for that, as I said about the open system. It's not
Okay.
something separated, the thing is connected. It sounds little theoretical, but it's happening in practice if we open our eyes. Then when maybe it's the glue. If I be honest with myself, I be honest with the world, with the earth, with this awareness is emerging in myself, it's the next step. I feel motivation for that. Because this in oppression environments, it's hard to dream. And in some level, we don't know how to dream because we are in kind of world, it's oppressive. When the child starts to talk about their dreams, they hear the father, the teacher. Today, I have a therapeutic session, and the person was a hard work to remember how the teacher was oppressive for her and how it creates a sense of I am wrong. But then we lost the capacity to dream and even to share the dream. Because when I share the dream from my motivation, it goes to environment, and the environment can give me a response. What kind of response? Your dream is the same dream of the person you share. Zara says something, then I say, wow, I have some dreams similar. We can learn each other. It's the input for the system to feed the motivation, to feed the sense of it makes sense. And it creates this motivation, and I continue connecting with others, and the same sense of connection, of vision, and this vision with the same values, of course, with the same respect, can be this cement, this glue to put people connected and with commitment. And then start the other step. We really collect information, go to the plan, practical way. And when you start to put it in more concrete perspective, how I can apply it in life, in practice, it can continue feed the motivation. So to be objective, I think we need to learn to dream, not be scared about our dreams, not be scared to share this dream with others. To be able to go there and to receive the response, to receive the feedbacks. Maybe from other perspective is not really good. It's also important to reflect. It's not just good input, like good, the people agree with me, but maybe some critical, some point of view challenge me. Wake up my perspective, wake myself to see what I'm not seeing and to improve this idea. So learn to dream, learn to listen. Mary said, learn to listen, to process that information, to improve with that, to be better with that, to learn with that, to create something better. Because it is the wonderful of collaboration. If I think just in my mind, it's this size. But if you put other minds, other ideas, it becomes bigger and bigger. Because I haven't the capacity to think about everything. No, I need other perspectives for that. And you say the dream circle is a very interesting tool for that, to take out the perspectives of people, to put together in looking you want the same vision. The dream circle, I would say, is the technique for helping that in Dragon Dreaming. So people, I see there is Patty Rivers. Maybe thank you for your question, for your participation. I'm loving everyone's participating, but well, we're already near 2 hours here. I think maybe it's time to move to the end. Patty?
There's more. Yeah, just take the last question. She's been there for a while. Thank you, honey. Oh, you're mute. We can't hear you.
Patty's
There you go.
beautiful, guys. She's from just meet her. She's beautiful.
Thank you for inviting me. It was a little bit last minute, but I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to hear all these like synchronicity of thought, and you know, also that I'm on this call by, you know, synchronicity as well. So that's why I hadn't put my face, but I just wanted to add to all the beautiful like information and like that you are giving us. And I wanted to add that, you know, like Carlos was saying that sometimes he's more like, you know, like more just you know, more like how did you say, like looking, no, like instead of maybe like speaking. But I believe right now that I've learned, and I've done several of these meetings because I'm also interested in what you are all, you know, like your dreams. One of the things that that I think is important is I like to talk a lot and all that, but now I'm more selective. And I believe that the foundation of all of these dreams that I'm hearing that we are like in synchronicity is to form a community. A community is the base of the strength of all this like team that you're going to put together. But what I learned is that we need to focus our words and our awareness, you know, be aware that these people that we're going to make this community with are in that same pathway. You know, some are 10 steps behind and some are 10 steps in front. No, you're never stop learning, but that they're in that pathway, and you got to be aware, because that's the people that you should spend that time and energy, I believe, in speaking and planning and doing this whole thing that is, you know, very beautiful. But when you're not, you know, like that's to identify who is in that same pathway and the same goals, like you were talking about, you know, of better health, better mindful and consciousness and all this. I'm an artist and I love music and I do workshops, but I want to do this like a movement, you know, a movement where there's going to be music, community, little homes, and a land, you know, where they have Temazcal. That's the community that we're forming here in Orlando with the Temazcal. And so that's what I just wanted to add that, no, that you said it very clearly, a lot of these things, but that to do a balance between, you know, being open but I believe it's also, you know, like starting to form that community that's aligned with you, so that communication and all these things flow in the right direction and you put your efforts, you know, towards something that's gonna be a dream of many, like you say, but like with the right people, you know, we're in that, like she said, the growth of ourselves to better ourselves, to be connected to these people that are in that same pathway, like I see you guys are. So that's what I wanted to add. And thank you for having me here. I'm going to be in Burning Man with an art project and all that. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to go to these courses, but I'm really interested in everything you guys said. And I've learned a lot about service lately, and I believe that that's part of what we all should, you know, be service to your community and to everybody, be better and happy. And if you know about music, well, sing them a song or do some singing bowls, or just, you know, add and multiply. That's what we need to do. Add and multiply in love, in love. You know, Sarah said like, oh, I fell in love with a lot of people. Well, that's because when we're in that frequency, you see people and you fall in love with their personality or what they have to give and all that. So those are the people that we need to get together with. Okay, I'll be quiet now. But thank you for listening to me and giving me the opportunity.
Thank you to bring your voice. So I think it's it, you know, and thank you to stay here all of this time, and wonderful to hear, to know you, to feel the passion. Let's see if someone wants to say something to end. Okay.
Oh, I think we can stay here a long time, but I want to thank you, everyone. I mean, literally every single one of you, there is something special that if it doesn't connect us directly, it had connect us to people that who we are. I mean, Carlos, Rick, I mean, just your light, guys. It's amazing. And your trust and Zara for the movement too. And then there's other people's, Anna, and you know, everyone has a different thing to add. Victor, Callie, I mean, Marianne, Vivian that didn't speak anything. It's just a wonderful wisdom that it comes out from all of you guys. And if we can do one tiny little project together with this group, it will change the world for sure, because you are powerful, and that's why we invited you to be here. So thank you so much. Hope to see you all in September.
I hope to see you in September. Thank you for your generosity to be here, to put your hearts. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Johnny. So see you soon.
Yes, see you soon. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Aloha.
Bye.
Aloha.
Hola.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Let me see.